9 years ago, I started a YouTube channel and began budget traveling around the world. Looking back on 89,000 miles of traveling by backpack, plane, stealth camper minivan, RV, and my waterworld-capable sailboat, I can't believe how many obstacles I'd have to overcome, all the lessons I'd learn and grow from along the way, and the people I'd meet and share so many amazing experiences with, which in the end was the only way I'd ever become strong enough for the next challenge. Now looking back and telling this story in its entirety for the first time, I can clearly see that it was never really about the destination, that the journey has always been its own reward. Each chapter varies in duration and scope, but nonetheless had a significant impact on me and a major part to play in shaping the next adventure beyond the horizon. These are the chapters of my life story. In the last episode, I talked about how my adventures in Big Sur helped me to find stable footing in my life once again. But now I was keen to start exploring Southern California's kelp forest. And although it's not far from Big Sur, it has a vastly different ecosystem due to a significant cold Alaskan current being pushed offshore, fostering warmer waters that are home to a nearly completely different group of fish species to hunt. Down here, the target fish species were far larger and preferred to keep their distance in more open water. So I needed to upgrade my gear and learn how to hunt them. I saved up to buy a much larger and much more powerful spear gun, first buying a Mares Viper 120cm aluminum pipe gun. Though I took a few good fish with this gun, after a month it proved too cheap and would jam. So then I bought a Rife Euro 120 enclosed track teak wood spear gun with an undermounted reel and 200 feet of Dyneema line. This was not a cheap setup at all, about $1,200. Now I was all set to take on bigger, more powerful game, like the white sea bass, a very elusive fish, also known as the white ghost. Capable of growing up to 100 pounds, this fish was in a whole other league of difficulty to get a spear into compared to what I was used to hunting up north. Day after day, week after week, I'd go out spearfishing and try to just get a glimpse of one of these fish. But I'd usually end up getting skunked and coming home with another, still delicious species. But that's the beauty of freedive spearfishing, being able to harvest so many different things out in the ocean without bycatch. Also, during this time of learning, I dedicated myself to better filming while spearfishing. Mounting the camera onto the top of the spear gun proved to be the most useful filming position, though I did miss a lot of fish till I learned how to aim off the side a bit more. Eventually I got the chance to spearfish off of Santa Catalina Island, a gorgeous island just west of Los Angeles. There I hiked over to and dove the less traveled, more remote ocean side. This really opened me up to the concept of going just a little bit further in these remote places, usually leading to finding better spearfishing spots and even more unique ocean encounters. Weeks later in La Jolla, while on a kayak-based spearfishing mission after Yellowtail, I took a quiet dive down and the impossible finally happened. Finally, after all that time and effort, I had gotten myself a white sea bass. I was so happy. I took some time and showed some of the kids there on the beach. Hopefully this inspired them to become spearfishers themselves one day. When I got home, I filleted every bit of meat off the fish, even taking its ribs for a tasty barbecue bake. But the fillets were so darn good, that delicious white meat was well worth all this extra effort. Southern California showed me how much I enjoyed the challenge and excitement of exploring a new underwater ecosystem. So naturally, my next thought was, where could I hunt next? And so I headed further south beyond the border to Baja, Mexico. And for the first time ever, I take my adventures international.